Hello students, welcome back to SIP Rasayan. Today first I will explain IUPAC name of alkanes having complex substituents. So first we should know what are complex substituents. Now see C4H10. This is butane. Okay. And if one hydrogen is removed from here, it will be butyl group. This is butane. This is butyl. Because one open valency is here, one hydrogen is already removed. So here ANE will be replaced by YL. Now see if structure is like this: CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2. See 4 carbon atoms and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 hydrogens are there. So this is called butyl, or common name is N-butyl. N-butyl. Now see this structure. Here and here one hydrogen atom is replaced by CH3 group, means methyl groups. So this is called complex substituent. If one or more carbon atoms of an alkyl group are further substituted, it is called complex substituent. Okay. Now how to do numbering here? This carbon atom will be attached to parent chain because here one open valency is there. With parent chain it will be attached as substituent. So this carbon atom which will be attached to parent chain, you have to give number 1 for that. Then same rule for alkane, means longest chain you have to consider and you have to start numbering from here, that carbon which is attached to parent chain. If this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, because this is your longest carbon chain. This one also you can consider, similar result you will get because it is having 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms and at 1 and 3 methyl substituent is there. So how you will do naming, IUPAC naming means first you have to write secondary prefix. So here at 1 and 3 position methyl groups are there. So you have to indicate that position. 1, 3 hyphen 2 methyl groups are there. So you can write dimethyl. Then what is the main chain? Butyl, because this is your substituent, means alkyl group. Alkyl group means N will be replaced by YL. So name of this will be 1,3-dimethyl butyl. Now how to do naming when it is present in alkane we will see. Another thing you have to remember, name of the complex substituent is placed in bracket. That name you have to place in bracket. Now see C3H8 is propane. If one hydrogen we are removing means C3H7 is propyl. So see here, if your substituent is like that, means C3H7 is there, it is propyl, but it's not normal propyl because here from the substituent, here attachment is there with the main chain. So this is complex substituent because the carbon which is attached to the main chain, you have to give number 1 for that. Next will be number 2. So here one substituent is there. So substituent is substituted further, means it is complex substituent. So here you have to write what name? At position 1 methyl group is there. 1 hyphen methyl. This is secondary prefix. Then you have to write ethyl because it is having parent chain of 2 carbon atoms. You should not do numbering like this 1, 2, 3. No. Serially you have to maintain the numbering. So this is your branching of the substituent. Within bracket you have to write it. Now we will do some examples. Now see what is the IUPAC name of this compound. For that, first you have to select the longest carbon chain. If you are getting two longest carbon chain of equal length, then to select the parent chain, what you have to do? You have to check the number of substituents attached to it. The longest chain with maximum number of substituent is the parent chain. So now see here, if you are considering this chain, it is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon atoms. But if you are considering this chain, it is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carbon atoms. So this is your longest chain. This is your parent chain. This one. Now what you have to do? You have to do numbering. Here see, if you are doing from here left to right, so here this carbon is getting 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Substituent is there at 4th carbon atom. Here if you are doing numbering from right to left, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that way, substituent is getting number 4. So you can do whatever your wish here. So this carbon is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So main chain is having 7 carbon atom. Parent chain is having 7 carbon atoms. Now how to do the numbering of the substituent? See, the carbon atom of the substituent which is attached with the carbon atom of the parent chain, that carbon you have to give number 1. Next carbon will be 2. And these two are branching obviously because you cannot give here 3. If any carbon is present with this carbon here, you can give 3. So here main carbon chain, longest carbon chain, you have to find out in a similar way like parent chain. And these two are substituents. So your substituent is having branching. That's why here it is complex substituent. So what is the name of this substituent? Here I am writing. At one position, 2 methyl groups are there. So number you have to repeat. 1, 1, hyphen, 2 methyls. So you have to write dimethyl. And here in the parent chain, 2 carbon atoms are there. So ethyl. Why ethyl? Because it is your alkyl group. At the side chain, whatever is present, you have to consider as alkyl group. So ethyl, not ethane, ethyl, mind it. And that thing you have to write in brackets. So at 4 position it is there. So you have to write the IUPAC name 4, 1, 1, dimethyl, ethyl, close the bracket, and parent chain is having 7 carbon atoms. So this is your secondary prefix. After that, what is the word root? Hept. And since it is saturated, so N as primary suffix. This is your IUPAC name. This IUPAC name is 100% correct. And you can see this is tertiary butyl group. So you can write this one also. This is accepted also. 4 tertiary butyl heptane. This is not 100% correct, but it is also IUPAC. You can consider this one also as IUPAC. But in exam, if they are asking you, you have to write this one. Now next molecule is this one. For this we have to do IUPAC name. Now first we have to find out the longest carbon chain. Now consider this chain. It is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 carbon atoms. Here one substituent and here one substituent. So 2 substituents are there and 10 carbon atoms are there in this chain. Another chain we can consider starting from here, this one. So it is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is also having 10 carbon atoms. And how many substituents? Here one, here another. So 3 substituents are there. But previously for this one, we are having 2 substituents. So if you are getting 2 chains of equal length, then to select the parent chain, you have to check the number of substituent attached to it. The chain with maximum number of substituent will be the parent chain. So this is your parent chain. I am now doing numbering here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here you can see these substituents, these are two methyl substituents. Here in this substituent branching is there. So here how to do numbering for the substituent? This carbon is attached to the main chain. So here I am giving number 1. This carbon is 2. This carbon is 3. And this carbon is 4. So what is the name of this substituent? At 2 position ethyl group is there. So 2 ethyl. 4 carbon atoms are there, means it is butyl because it is alkyl group. So name of this substituent is this one. And this is methyl. So these are methyl groups. So what will be the IUPAC name? At 5 position this group is there. So IUPAC name of the compound will be 5 hyphen. This one in bracket we have to write. So 2 ethyl butyl, close the bracket, and at 3 positions 2 methyl groups are there. So 3, 3 hyphen. Here I am writing dimethyl decane. Between methyl, between this L and D there will be no gap. Okay. So name of the compound is at 5 position 2 ethyl butyl group is there, and at 3 position 3 3 2 methyl groups are there. So dimethyl. At the main chain 10 carbon atoms are there. At the parent chain 10 carbon atoms are there. So dec, this is word root and this is primary suffix, and this one is secondary prefix. Now another thing you have to remember here, at the time of writing the name of the substituents in alphabetical order, prefix di, tri, tetra, etc. not considered. Now next example, how you have to do IUPAC name of this compound. First you have to select the parent chain. So this chain if you are considering, it is having number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is having 10 carbon atoms. So it is the longest chain, and numbering you can do like this way because it should follow lowest set of locants rule. Now see here, this is branching, this is another branching. So here this carbon you can give 1, and here for this carbon you can give 1, and here longest chain you can find out, and whatever we did for example 1 and example 2, similarly you can do naming, no problem. That is 100% correct. Another way I am showing you, because this is isopropyl group. This is nothing but your isopropyl group. And what is about this group? This is secondary butyl group. Secondary butyl group. Okay. Now one thing you have to remember, secondary, tertiary are not considered for alphabetical order. Secondary, tertiary are not considered for alphabetical order. But iso, neo are considered for alphabetical order. These are considered and these are not considered. So see here now, this is secondary butyl and this is isopropyl. So at 5 position secondary butyl is there, and 4th position isopropyl group is there, and it is having, parent chain is having 10 carbon atoms. So we can write its name. Between these two, secondary in alphabetical order we don't need to consider. So here we have to consider B, and here for isopropyl this one we can consider. So between these two alphabetically B will come first. So 5 secondary butyl At 4 position, isopropyl group is there. And word root dec, then N. So this is 5 secondary butyl, 4 isopropyl is secondary prefix, dec is word root and N is primary suffix. So this is the final name. Okay. So here that I you have to consider in alphabetical order, but S secondary, that should not be considered in alphabetical order. That's why here you have to consider B, you have to compare between B and this I. Clear? We have seen already that at the time of writing the name of the substituents, normal substituents in alphabetical order, prefixes di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, etc. are not considered. But for complex substituents, we have to consider the first letter of the complete name of the substituent for alphabetical order. Now see this molecule, we will do IUPAC name. So first we have to select the longest carbon chain. So if we are considering this chain, it is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 carbon atoms and 2 substituents are there. And this substituent is complex substituent. Now you are understanding. Another chain also you can select. It is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is having this and this substituent. So both are similar. Any one you can use. So now we have to do numbering. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. This carbon 5. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From left hand side we are doing numbering because we have to follow lowest set of locants rule. Now say this is simple ethyl group, means normal substituent, but it is complex substituent. So for this carbon which is attached with the parent chain, we are giving 1, next carbon will be 2 and this carbon is 3. Now what is the name of this complex substituent? At 1 and 2 position methyl groups are there. So 1, 2 hyphen dimethyl. Here parent chain is having 3 carbon atoms. So propyl we have to use because it is alkyl group substituent. Okay. And this is, you know, this one is ethyl. Now see, it is written for complex substituent, we have to consider the first letter of the complete name of the substituent for alphabetical order. So here first letter means that one. For normal substituent, di, tetra we are not considering, but for complex substituents, the first letter we have to consider for alphabetical order. So between D and E, D comes first. So IUPAC name of the compound will be at 5 position, means 5 dash. This substituent is there 1, 2 dimethyl propyl. So since it is complex substituent, so in bracket you have to write. Then at 3 position, which group is there? Ethyl. Parent chain is having 10 carbon atoms, so word root dec and then primary suffix N we are using. So it is 5, 1, 2 dimethyl propyl, 3 ethyl decane. Because for complex substituent, all those di, tri, for all those you have to consider the first letter of the name. So we are considering this in alphabetical order. Now we will do IUPAC nomenclature of alicyclic compounds. What are alicyclic compounds? These compounds have ring of 3 or more carbon atoms and have some properties similar to aliphatic compounds. So alicyclic means aliphatic plus cyclic. Now how to do IUPAC name? Suppose you are having this compound. Number 1. What is this? Here here and here 3 carbon atoms are there. So actually this is nothing but CH2, CH2 and CH2. They are joined in a cyclic structure. Why 2 hydrogens? You know, this carbon is joined with 2 carbon atoms. So to satisfy tetravalency of carbon, 2 other hydrogens should be there. So that's why CH2, CH2, CH2. So how we have to do naming here? So 3-membered ring means 3 carbon atoms are there. So here its name is cyclo, means cyclic structure, propane. Now cyclo is primary prefix. Prop is word root for 3 carbon atoms, and N means saturated, it's saturated. Okay, carbon-carbon single bond, it is there. Now see, if 4-membered ring, it is there. So this is nothing but here one CH2, here one CH2, here one CH2, here one CH2. So cyclo, that primary prefix you have to add here, cyclo and butane, since 4 carbon atoms are there. Similarly, if you are having this structure, ring structure having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no double bond. So it is cyclopentane for 5 carbon atom pent, and then N is primary suffix. Similarly, this is having cyclic structure and 6 carbon atoms, so it is cyclohexane. Hex means 6 carbon atoms and we have to add N, A-N-E. A-N-E. This is primary prefix, hex is word root, and then primary suffix. See, in this ring structure, one substituent is present. So if only one substituent is attached to the ring, its position don't need to mention. What is the substituent? Here we can write like this way, 4-membered ring. This carbon is joined with another carbon. One valency of carbon is satisfied, so 3 hydrogens we have to add. So this is methyl, nothing but. And here name of this compound is methyl means substituent. This is secondary prefix, then primary prefix cyclo, word root 4-membered ring, so but, and then primary suffix N. So methyl cyclobutane, position don't need to mention. Now for next example, in 6-membered ring, here 2 methyl groups are there, this is one ethyl group. For 2 or more substituent present in the ring, first do numbering of the carbon atoms in the ring. So from here if we are starting, you see here outside we are giving 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. Another way of numbering is, inside I am giving this carbon attached with ethyl, I am giving 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. So which one is correct? Numbering is done in such a way that the substituents get the lowest set of locants. Now once again I am repeating, numbering is done in such a way that the substituents get the lowest set of locants. Now see, if like red I am doing, so here at one position 2 methyl groups are there, so we have to repeat the number 1, 1, and here 3 ethyl group is there. And if we are doing like blue, so here it will be 1, 3, 3. At one position ethyl group is there, and at 3 position 2 methyl groups are there. So lowest set of locants rule if you are following. So this is correct. This is lowest set of locants. Now what will be the IUPAC name of this compound? So that red numbering we have to follow. So now you have to give preference for alphabetic order. This is ethyl, this is methyl. So E comes before M. Obviously name of the compound will be 3-ethyl 1 at one position, 2 methyl groups are there, dimethyl cyclohexane. Once again 3-ethyl 1,1-dimethyl cyclohexane. So here comparison is between E and M. This is not methyl or ethyl, those are not complex substituent. Okay. Now see next example. One 3-membered ring is there. It is attached with this chain. Here see ring and chain. Both of them are having same number of carbon atoms. Chain is having 3 carbon atoms. Ring is also having 3 carbon atoms. So if this is the case, the ring gets preference than chain. So what will be the IUPAC name of this compound? Propyl. 3 carbon atoms. So propyl. This is as alkyl group. Cyclopropane, as if it is derivative of cyclopropane. So it is derivative of cyclopropane. Its name is propyl cyclopropane. Propyl cyclopropane. Now in the next example, see, in the chain 5 carbon atoms are there and in the ring 4 carbon atoms are there. So ring is having more number of carbon atoms than chain. If the ring has lesser carbon atoms than alkyl group attached to it, the compound is derivative of alkane. It is derivative of alkane and ring is treated as substituent. So compound is derivative of alkane and this ring is treated as substituent. Now see, we have to do the numbering here for chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 following lowest locant rule. Now see at 2 position cyclobutyl group is there. So 2 cyclobutyl pent 5 carbon atoms at the chain. So pent N saturated. Now see here word root from where we are getting, from chain or ring, from, since it is derivative of alkane, so word root we are getting from the chain pentane. But if this is the case, suppose if you are having one 5-membered ring and here 3 carbon atoms are attached, then what will happen? If ring has more number of carbon atoms than alkyl group attached to it, it is derivative of cycloalkane. Derivative of cycloalkane. Means word root will come from cycloalkane. So its name will be propyl. 3 carbon atoms chain means propyl cyclo 5-membered ring pentane. So it is derivative of cycloalkane, cyclopentane. So here it will come from ring and here word root will come from chain. Today till this. Next part will be in the next video. Thank you for watching.